right, do a quick review of that there. Is that a cucumber?
What is beer?
Can read lips, so
They're probably getting a little sassy by now.
we don't have audio. This is weird.
Nope.
No audio?
We don't have
Oh, yeah. We do now.
Oh. Well, we did that.
Yeah. We do now.
I love the Thursday show.
Anyways, welcome to the Thursday show, everyone. This week we have an interesting little segment about food trucks for you. And we are going to talk about science fiction and why concept albums should still be a thing.
Yep.
So, Noah, science fiction. Let's talk about it. Blade Runner 2049 is out now, and that's a movie we never thought was going to have a sequel. What's your thoughts?
I haven't seen the originals or 2049, and I'm poor.
That's
So next, where's Brent? Brent's the one that wanted to talk science fiction.
Yeah.
The brand new album Science Fiction is pretty good.
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm still trying to figure out audio.
Oh,
Give a
Still
definition
very
to science
no
fiction.
science fiction is what would you say, Miss Daniel? Good.
It's
Oh.
okay.
We're
Unrealistic.
about to get blasted with audio.
Good. And I don't like
Give it to
the
me,
term
Turner.
blasted.
Alright.
I prefer plowed.
We're live.
All right. Welcome to. Actually, I'm not a host. Why don't you?
Oh, welcome to
Oh, right.
Thursday
Show!
Jesus Christ, guys.
We are currently
Is that bad?
bombarding our director with audio as he tries to sort through our audio problems.
Oh. Why can't anything go well here?
Hey Google,
We don't need it.
I don't think the show's gonna take off.
I think it is. I think it's going to take off just like science fiction did in the 1940s. What's your take?
Ooh, science fiction in the 1940s. That's pretty interesting. Weird to think. Weird to look at it back then and see their future didn't quite meet reality.
That's true. They had things like meals in pills, and instead of like sitting down and eating, you just.
And they had things like we weren't in a constant nuclear threat.
That's true.
That was
Well,
it's a little unrealistic.
If you watch some of the Godzilla films,
Oh well, that's true.
they have some. They nailed that one.
Yeah. What about Back to the Future? We're a couple years past that.
Oh yeah. Didn't Back to the Future say that the what was it? Was it the Red Sox were going to win a World Series or something?
Wasn't it the Cubs?
Or the Cubs? Yeah,
The
that's
Cubs
right. The
finally won.
Cubs.
They were
Yeah.
like a year off, but it was pretty close. And I actually blame the Cubs winning for a lot of the weird incidences that have happened in the past year or so.
That's fair. Maybe there was like a timeline divergence, and if the Cubs hadn't won, maybe things would be different.
No fidget spinners.
Yeah. No Minecraft Let's Plays.
I mean, the Cubs only won a couple years ago. I don't know if that would have changed that. If the Cubs lose in 2016, then it retroactively changes the past 9 presidents. We still get Trump though. Somehow this has been a long time coming, and not good.
Okay. I'm gonna pause for a second.
Mike, I only say that because Michael doesn't like it when politics are mentioned because we're not supposed to talk about it. But I stressed out.
That's okay. We'll
We'll
we
be
will
right
be
back.
right back.
can't because everything's gone. Everything's done. When does that come out? Next week? Oh yeah, man. I just wanna fly. Put your arms around me, baby. No, this is not the homework stream.
Bada bing, bada boom. Welcome back to the show. It's us. We now have Kennedy Weber off camera, but still with us in soul and in voice.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about sci-fi some more. Does that work? Sci-fi?
Yeah, it's not my main forte, but
I mean, it's not really mine either.
Or
but-
mine.
All right, well, what would you guys rather we talk about? Huh? Math?
we can't
Oh,
talk about what I'm
Called out. Jeez.
So,
Let's talk about. Has anyone gone out of the country? Like
I have.
any like interesting places you've been?
we
Nope.
have Michael here joining us.
Like
Hello,
Hey,
Michael.
what's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Is that
It's
copyrighted?
Oh, yeah, we might get hit with a cease and desist.
No, it's fair use.
Okay.
Critical if you see this.
We love you.
We,
Very
we're
much
sorry
so.
for stealing your catchphrase. But yeah.
Yeah, I've been to the Dominican Republic and Cambodia.
the big two.
Yeah. They're not really big.
Oh.
Kind of small.
Well, if you could go anywhere, where would you want to go, and why? So this doesn't last 4 seconds.
Me?
Anyone? It's not all about you. You're
If
not on camera, Kennedy.
I could go anywhere, I would go. I didn't think this through. I would go to Italy because Italy's lit. It's literally.
It's little.
Oh.
So when you say lit, what do you mean by that?
As in, it has a good amount of sunlight day, like all throughout the year, and it is excellent for growing crops. That's why the Romans relied on an agrarian society early on, around the time that the Metamorphoses is set, because the area that the original Romanic tribes inhabited were very well suited for grain farming and for other crops.
Are you BSing right now?
I pulled all of that straight
Yep.
out of my anus, so
Oh.
you're welcome.
Also, the freshmen are talking about metamorphosis in their class. So way to go.
Nice.
Boom, relevance.
Yeah.
Watch our stream, freshmen.
Did
Yes.
we?
Yeah, we basically help you with
yeah.
humanities.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
See,
for
it's
lack of
confusing because there's two books or two stories called Metamorphoses. There's the one that's like the Roman version of the Iliad,
hmm
or yeah, it's like how they tell, yeah. And then there's another Metamorphoses, and it's about a guy who turns into a roach, and his family hates him, and then someone throws an apple at him, and it gets stuck in his back, rots, and then he dies.
They did a
So-
musical about that on Home Movies. It's pretty funny. If you have it, you can YouTube
Metamorphosis
things.
is also actually a Hillary Duff album.
We're just
Hillary-
gonna,
Hillary
we're gonna
Duff.
ignore that statement and move on.
There's a
Sorry, Kennedy. We stopped talking about science fiction.
Okay.
Wow.
So to answer Noah's question earlier, I would probably choose Mexico, just because of the food.
Good call. Good call.
Okay.
If you don't know me, I'm a huge fan of Mexican food, so that's where I would
So,
go.
Buy Michael Mexican food.
I too
Basically,
hate my
that
underwear.
is-
Ooh.
I have a much stronger stomach than you do.
You
That's very true.
made
That's true.
several references.
You can
already
look at
to,
Mexican food and it goes right through you.
I can literally eat anything. Like sometimes I breathe and it makes my stomach upset.
Yeah. Like, I've had Mexican food the past 2 days and nothing. It's been fine. It's okay. We didn't need like anything of that shot.
Speaking of science fiction,
Our
Brent
producer.
just proverbially decapitated his TV. If you consider a webcam mounted on top of your TV, its head.
He's trying to get me on camera, y'all.
We're working on
Don't scream at
it.
us.
Fan club, just hang tight.
I don't know if they're on tonight.
Have they been here? I feel like I haven't seen
Are
them
they
in a
on
while.
tonight?
Yeah. No.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
it's the rest of Kennedy's suite
How do you know that?
because Abby told me.
Oh,
They're all so
Abby.
sweet.
Oh
Aw.
my gosh.
All right,
Were they
Finity.
not supposed to?
No.
All right, Finity
Why?
Can Club. You've been found out.
Sorry, doxed. Doxed.
Ugh.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah.
if you could go to any country,
Alabama.
You should have said Georgia.
That's true. Georgia
Well,
counts.
yeah.
I want to convince someone
Yep,
one day
we are
that
not
I'm
on
from
screen.
Georgia the country.
You what?
Ooh.
I want to convince someone one day that I'm from Georgia the country and not Georgia the state.
I have a legitimate question.
Yeah.
Do they speak Russian in Georgia?
Yes.
Okay.
In the American Georgia, probably not.
Well.
I saw one Russian dude. He beat
Yeah,
my butt at a tennis tournament.
That's not
so.
the normal
Oh, you guys.
language
I have a good question.
for Georgia, Tennessee, or for Georgia. Yep, Tennessee, guys.
The city of Georgia
Oh,
here in
dear, oh,
Tennessee.
dear.
There might be one. I don't know. I haven't looked that hard around this state. What I meant to say was Georgia, U.S.
Oh.
What was your question?
Okay, my question is Russia part of Europe? Or is it not part of Europe?
Well, I've heard Russia described as the Alabama of Europe to bring things full circle. So yeah.
Okay.
There, that is a weird question.
It's
'cause
both.
I would think that they're part of like.
Parts in
they're
Europe,
not,
parts in Asia.
Yeah, so like
Parts
part
in
of the
Australia.
continent, I would say like part of Russia is in each continent. I'm not
Yeah.
entirely positive what they would
Yeah.
label themselves as.
Okay.
I think it depends on like which half you live because the eastern half is a lot like Europe and it's a lot like European cultures. But
Would
In
you
the
happen to
far
mean
west-
Western.
wait,
East.
Ugh.
It would be. It's the easternmost
yes,
side, but
okay.
it's the western.
Eastern
Europe.
is closer. Okay, you're right. Eastern is closer to Asia and the western
Yeah.
is closer to Europe. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
My bad. The western
'Cause
side
Asia
is more
the
like
east.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the western side is more like Europe and it's like cultures and its people look European-ish.
Yeah.
And then as you get closer to the east, you're still in Russian territory, but it become like the people there look more Asian. And it's just because Russia's so big and it's like
Yeah.
absorbed so many countries over the years.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's a weird.
Well, let
it's
me-
a weird place.
Let me tell you a story.
Let's not go
So
to Russia.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay.
So, I was going shopping with Clem. Clementine is one of my French friends. She's from Europe. And Clem, we're both political science majors, so we're both kind of into that whole like realm or whatever. Well, we went shopping and we ran into this guy who had like a European accent, kind of, and he was like, well, I'm from Europe, and made us guess where he was from. But him and Clem got into this huge argument because he was from Russia, and Clem was like, you're not European, you're Russian. Whatever. And
I
so
mean,
he
that's
said
a
that
fair
he
assumption.
was European, and she said that he was Russian, not European. And I think that that's probably a difference of ideals, like Western democracy, Western, whatever, and then like Russia is not democracy.
Russia is the annoying cousin that nobody wants.
Kind of like Alabama.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
Russia. Like Russia is literally a meme.
It really is.
So, I mean, bless their hearts. It's due to years of horrible government, but
Yeah.
they're an interesting culture.
They sure are.
But to be fair, my professor told us that she thought that Russia, or she got an argument as well with her professor, who basically said that Russia was European but it's up for debate. So political scientists all argue about it.
Well, let's ask Russia. Vladimir, where are
Let's
you
actually
guys
look
from?
at the geography before we talk about this.
Before we hit
Because
up Vladimir.
the continents are not based on politics, but rather
Right.
geography.
Yeah, but is it Europe or is it Asia?
That is a very good question.
Russia in Europe or Asia? Let's Google it.
We are Googling this.
Hey Google,
Okay, well,
Russia in Europe or Asia?
It's not going to answer the question.
Go ahead and answer the
Google's
question.
not
Daniel.
comfortable. According to Quora.com, it's in both.
Like Daniel and I said,
77% of it is in Asia, but it's all, like the part that's in Asia is pretty much empty. So
wasn't that like Siberia?
culturally it's considered European. Wow. 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 So anyways, back to the homework stream. How's that coming along, Noah?
Oh yeah, it's good being back on the homework stream. I know you guys are enjoying your Thursday show, but some of us have work to get done. Some of us being me. So yeah, I like it. The original homework stream, I was only there for part of it, and then you all just had a lot of fun without me, and that was the first time that I ever watched. Since you streamed it, that's the first time I could watch people when I wasn't there, and when I noticed that they still enjoyed life when I wasn't there, I'll admit I was a little crushed, but I got over it.
We didn't enjoy it that much. Don't worry.
Okay. I didn't either.
It's okay. It was our slow descent into madness, and here we are.
Slow? I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure I've been there for a while.
I mean, if it happened in the stream, then it took like 55 minutes. So
Yeah, but pretty sure I've reached that level of madness for a while. I just choose not to show it to people.
I did enjoy
That's fair.
the country songs.
That was
yeah.
entertaining.
That makes it easier to ignore the internal despair.
Speaking of all this creepy stuff going on, what if we told scary stories in honor of Halloween being right around the corner?
Can we
We
wait
can
until
start
we're
with
closer to
tuition
Halloween?
costs.
Consider that'll be next week.
I mean, I got impatient, but alright, fine. That's true. we can-
Halloween's the devil's holiday.
Get out.
Also,
The movie,
St.
great
Patrick's Day
movie.
is the devil's holiday.
Is it?
Wait, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, but now it's just drinking.
Yeah, it is true. We have
Have
kind of
you
turned that
been
into
to-
Also
just a
420,
drinking
except for the year that was Easter.
thing. In which case,
It was shared custody.
Oh my gosh.
oh,
Did you just call Easter a single parent?
No, I'm saying
The
Jesus
child
and
of
Satan
a
had to
divorce.
share Easter. Oh, and the Easter bunny, which I guess would be like a stepdad.
I'm incredibly uncomfortable now.
I am too.
this is a really weird
cut this off.
conversation.
This is
We are
the
now
This is
personifying
why I'm never on the
every single
Thursday show.
holiday.
Christmas is someone's rich auntie who always is like, "Give me my smooch" right when she walks into grandma's house.
I'd like to imagine that scene from A Christmas Story where Ralphie gets the bunny
Yep.
costume and the family's like, she always gives you the sweetest gifts.
And Columbus Day is like your weird uncle that killed a bunch of people and also introduced plague to America.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Columbus Day is a bad
I
day.
hate that uncle.
Don't we all?
What's Valentine's Day?
Oh god, this gets awkward.
Val- that
Valentine's
today?
Day
let's
is
not let's ignore that one.
Valentine's Day is when your kid invites their first date over in 6th grade and they don't touch each other or look at each other the entire time.
I would sure
and you
hope
like
in sixth
for-
grade they weren't touching each other.
Well, I mean, like not even like
Like sitting like.
not even
next to
sitting
each
close to each other. Like
Or
you
no,
just
no, sitting close to each other, but not touching.
Like
yeah.
an awkward kind of close.
Yeah.
There's
you guys-
at least one of the gospels between them.
Nice. Did you guys, when you're in elementary school, like you do that thing where everyone's got a
the
box and you
Valentine's
give each other
cards?
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it's actually pretty. I mean, it's polygamous, but it's kind of progressive if you think about it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's true. You had to give
Progressive
dudes.
polygamy.
You had to give dudes Valentine's Day cards too, back in the day.
Yeah,
I thought this was
every
Christmas.
Very
single
free
person-
love.
Yeah.
You can
I mean,
say,
it costs money.
You can
It's
say
just
I
another
appreciate
industry.
you without.
Yeah, but Valentine's cards aren't made like, I appreciate you. Here you go. It's like,
Why not?
will you be my Valentine with a piece of
Aw.
candy?
They don't have little
Yeah.
hearts where, like, on top of it says, "You sit across from me in class."
Yeah.
They
It's always
should.
meaningful.
Thanks for letting me copy your homework.
I would always do like the most intense one and save it for the person that I liked in the class.
I think that's what most people did.
Oh, I never.
Except when your mom like made special ones that were like Jimmy Neutron ones or SpongeBob ones
yeah.
that we would just hand out to the class that all had the same sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
I remember
But-
those.
Like,
Or you
so
would write
you
a
would just
little,
save
like,
it. So you would just
Yeah, I
save
would
the
just
special
save
one
the special
for the one
for
person.
the person that I would like write everyone's name on it. Or not everyone's. I would write the person's name on it.
Mm,
I never pulled that stunt.
never did either.
Thinking back on this, it's kind of like a gigantic waste of class time. Really doesn't
But we
accomplish
didn't have
anything.
class time, so
That's
Well,
true. It was good
Yeah.
for us because we didn't have to
Yeah,
like
that's
learn
true.
anything.
Yeah, we didn't
I
It
really
kind
remember-
of
learn
sucks
anything.
for like parents though, because they have to go, they have to buy the cards, they have to buy the candy, they have to spend their time helping you make these cards,
Yeah, they have
putting
to
them all together.
force their kids to remember everyone's name.
Yeah, they have to help. They have to help you make the box that you're gonna have it in, because that's important.
True.
And
apparently.
all this sort of stuff. And they have to get the box. So it's a lot of labor on the
Yeah,
parents.
it's a lot of labor.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wasted money. A lot of wasted
Yeah.
paper.
I like the feedback.
What have we done?
No.
Okay.
All right,
All
baller.
right.
Again,
feedback,
audio
Paul.
issues, but we fixed it.
This live stream isn't real.
It
Is
is real.
anything real?
Is this
Let's
just
ask
fantasy?
Elon Musk.
Okay, there's your sci-fi right there. What the heck is going on with Elon Musk?
Who dat?
He's the Tesla guy, and like he's working on all sorts of crazy cool things to make travel easier. But he also thinks that AI is going to take over the world.
I do
Actually,
too.
that we live in
I'm
a
just-
simulation and all this other weird
Yeah.
stuff. So like he does this really cool stuff, but he also has this super outlandish theories.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll take them, I
I
guess.
mean, I will.
that's true. Everyone has their faults.
Yes. But I mean, a lot of the work he's done has been some pretty cool work,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
working
he's
on
someone
seems
interested
in
to,
a lot.
seems to be very promising.
Yeah.
That reminds me, speaking of outlandish conspiracy theories, today at Aldi's, like an hour and a half
I think I
ago,
look like an angel.
as I was going out to my car to get my bags, I heard a woman who had cornered another lady in the store explaining to her how she could tell the future using a product from Apricot Industries, California, and putting it on her nipples. So, what she did was
Is it just weed?
no, it apparently it's like a little. I guess it was like a little strip of something, and she was explaining to this lady who did not look at all impressed. Well, let me back up a second. As I was walking out to go get the bags, I heard the lady talking to the older woman say, "Hi, I'm a conspiracy researcher." And I was like, "Now that's interesting. I wonder where this conversation is going."
Oh,
Because they
great.
weren't shopping together; they were two strangers. And I walked out, got my bags, came back, and the conspiracy researcher was still going, and so I pretended to be looking at some of the products next to them so I could listen in. And the conspiracy researcher was saying, "Now you take this patch, which you can get from Apricot Industries in California, look it up sometime,
Hashtag not an ad.
and you place it in the center of your breast, and you
Does
think..."
this work for males?
I don't
I
know.
hope so.
Maybe so.
Maybe it's only females that can.
Could be. They have yet to release the man patch yet.
Everyone put on their tinfoil hats.
But yeah, and she said, you think of an event that could happen in the future, and if the nipple tingles, then that event will happen. And so I walked up to Kennedy while she's trying to finish getting all her stuff. Oh, hey, there's Kennedy.
It's only Kennedy from now on. That's it. That's
you don't
all
need
we
to,
get
I
shots
can
of.
just do a headshot.
It's only fair.
Headshots are fine.
I mean, they showed a shot of us for an hour. But
It's
yeah.
just a shot of Kennedy for the next 30, 45 minutes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen High School Musical?
I've never watched any of the High School
I've seen
musicals.
all of them and I know all of the songs.
I've seen the first one.
I've never
I was
watched
forced
any of
to
them.
watch it in middle school when our band teacher was gone. Like when we had substitutes, everyone was like,
Oh, yeah.
High School Musical, High School Music, and then it turned into Frozen in high school.
Ew.
It was like, let's watch Frozen.
That's
Let's
like-
watch Frozen. I was like, shut up.
Let's watch this YouTube channel that has videos of Spider-Man peeing on Elsa.
I always got mad
That's a thing.
when you had a
That's an actual
substitute
thing.
in
Don't
your
look
math
it up.
class and they made you watch numbers. I didn't like numbers.
I
Probably
don't
would
remember
have
like
been better than
numbers?
Frozen.
The show.
Oh.
my dad
I like the concept.
once showed his 8th grade social studies class Napoleon Dynamite because he was bored. And it was like the end of the school year when they don't have anything else to teach. And so that legend of a man showed his class Nacho Libre, or not Nacho Libre, Napoleon Dynamite.
We watched Forrest Gump in my U.S. history class in high school,
That's fair.
which is
actually.
semi-relevant
Yeah.
to U.S. history, but it's still not exactly a movie I would show high school students.
That's true.
I mean, actually, I think I would. I think I'd show it. I don't think it's
Show
that bad.
Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what. I guess like high school seniors or like
Well, I was a junior.
juniors.
I think
yeah,
it'd be
I was gonna
appropriate.
say like juniors or seniors could do it,
Yeah, I think it'd be appropriate.
but don't show it to
show.
freshmen. They'll be like,
No, they would. I don't think they'd quite understand it either.
those boobies. Granted, some college age kids will do that sometimes
Yeah.
too. So
Let's be honest, we'd laugh.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But we'd still get something out of it. We'd understand the history stuff.
That is true. We would understand the history stuff.
So here's a thought: if
Well,
they-
we just lost Kennedy's camera. Oh, he
Oh.
switched to it too. He
Oh.
switched to it.
Oh no!
Oh.
That's the shot.
Nice.
Out of the ceiling.
Nice, Ron.
There's your gratuitous Kennedy shot.
What's up, everybody? It's Kennedy.
What's up, everybody? It's Kennedy.
Yes.
No, I said it's
Yes,
Kennedy.
definitely said Bugs Bunny.
Hi, it's Butts Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
But yeah,
So since we talked about conspiracy theories, should we talk about some of the craziest ones we've heard?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I feel like you have one in mind, so go for it.
I don't know if I necessarily have one in mind, but I think one of the weirdest ones that I've heard is that lizard people and the Illuminati run everything. And it might be true, it might not, but I think it's weird that people actually believe this and think that there's a secret society that rules everything. So,
That's fair. That's
Can you
that's a pretty
explain
wild
it? 'Cause
one.
I don't understand it. Like, why do people believe that?
I don't understand it either, but
Oh.
basically the idea of the Illuminati is that the Illuminati runs everything. So like they're this secret society that is Satan worshipping, and they control like
they worship
government
Satan.
and businesses and things like that, and like a bunch of athletes are in the Illuminati and a bunch of singers are in the
Like
Illuminati.
Beyonce?
Basically, if you're successful, you're in the Illuminati. That's the easiest way to
I
describe
thought that
it.
was Scientology.
Yes. That's also part of it.
Oh, Scientology is also Illuminati?
I don't think so, but
It's less. It's a little more expensive. Than
Oh.
the
yeah.
Illuminati. Well, the Illuminati, you give your soul. So I was gonna.
Yeah,
like,
you do kind of pay your
That's
soul
about
to
like
get
half the price of
Illuminati,
Scientology.
but
Have y'all
it's a
heard
weird.
of the, is it the Mandela effect? Mandela?
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
I don't think so.
Okay, can I explain it? Because it's
Go for it.
interesting.
Yeah.
We weren't like.
I once saw a drifter do a video on it, but go for it.
Okay, so basically,
Basically, he's
It's-
comparing you to Drifter right now.
You are a drifter.
is that why you like me so much?
kid.
Anyway.
It's because you're cute.
So basically, it's basically that there are like multiple like universes, and so like you'll remember. Okay, do you guys remember like the Berenstain Bears or whatever?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's the
Berenstain.
Berenstain Bears, and that's like that's actually what it is. Like the title is Berenstain like Stain Bears. It's not Berenstain Bears, but everyone remembers that it is Berenstain Bears. And so, like, literally people remember it with an E. And so, like, people are like, wow, it's because we live in, like, two universes, and in one universe it's the Berenstain Bears, and in one universe it's the Berenstain Bears. Or, like, Sex in the City.
Hmm.
It's Sex and the City. It's not Sex in the City.
Well, it involves. Never mind. I'm gonna stop there. Keep going.
No.
How would you know? Where were you going with this, and how would you know?
I've never
I thought
watched.
it was Sex on the City.
I've never watched Sex with the City, so I don't know anything about it.
But yeah, so look it up. It's interesting.
So there's
It's
two universes, and
well,
when
maybe
we
not just two, maybe more than two.
So, like in that episode of Community, where they effectively
Yeah.
make
Six different timelines. Technically
Yeah.
7, because
Yeah,
it's true,
spoiler.
the brightest
That's
timeline.
my favorite Community episode.
that one's a good episode. That's what got me hooked.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll trick these guys into liking this show.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
It did work.
did.
It spread. If you haven't watched Community yet, dear viewers, watch it. Because
Daniel,
it
don't
is
tell them about
amazing.
other things they can watch.
Yeah, only watch our show.
Don't watch it
Nothing
on
else,
Thursdays at 9:00 though.
Only us. That's it.
But yeah, I don't know. The nipples telling the future thing, that's pretty
That's a
out
pretty
there.
good one.
Yeah.
That I did
Yeah.
not expect to hear that at Aldi's of all places
I
on a
know.
Thursday night.
What is Aldi's?
Aldi's is a brilliant grocery chain, and basically everything is really nice and heavily discounted. And so, if you ever get a chance to go, because
Okay.
like they are the bomb diggity.
Wait,
You
really,
just-
don't
I really had no clue what this was.
Oh my gosh! I basically just bought like an entire 2 weeks of groceries for $29.
That's a really good deal.
Oh yeah,
I also haven't been grocery shopping in like a month.
We'll go to Aldi's. You're
So-
gonna need a quarter.
yeah. You need a
Okay.
quarter to get your shopping
Okay.
cart, because the way it works is there's a system where they're like chained together, and when you put the quarter in, it releases the chain so that you can pull it out.
That's where they get you.
And then
Well,
to get
no,
your
but-
to get your
Wait,
quarter
nickel
back,
and
you
dime,
put
yeah.
it back.
Yeah, but you know why they do that is because they don't want to hire someone to actually go get the carts and bring them back. Because they only have like 4 people, maybe I think 10 or 8 people on staff. Like
That's
actual
a
full-time.
wide range of numbers you just
Well,
gave
okay,
me right
they
there.
only give you 8 to 10 people on staff, and there's only 4 people per shift. And so, like, they actually, like, save a lot of money, and that's why you paid a lot less for a bunch of the food, is because it doesn't cost to, like, keep it all running and stuff. And that's why, like, they charge a quarter to keep the thing so that you go and put it back. It's actually a pretty good idea, because
Yeah.
everyone
Huh.
takes care of their stuff. And you also, like, you have to bring your own bags.
That's true. So they're environmentally friendly too.
Well, yeah, but they also don't want to have to pay for plastic bags.
True. I didn't think of that. Yeah, and then they sell
And you have to
at
bag
the
your own
checkout line.
stuff.
They sell like the large bags.
The bagging stuff myself does not bother me
Yeah.
because I usually do self checkout anyways.
Yeah.
That's true. Same.
I actually get really stressed out when I have to go to, not like really stressed out, but I really don't like interactions with the cashier.
Yeah, they're always awkward
Yeah.
and like, especially for introverts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
The Kennedy fan club is in agreement about how great Aldi's is.
Oh, Aldi's is so good. It's
Wait,
got
they're
really,
watching?
Yeah, they're
It's got
back.
really cheap stuff, right, guys?
You know, Aldi's. Aldi's. Pretty cheap
Aldi's.
stuff. But
These
Michael and
nuts.
we actually found a cheaper way to find and make food.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did.
Wait, what?
One moment.
This is a segue.
Yep.
It's a segue.
No,
Whenever our
we gave him
producer
no
gets-
warning.
Gets his
About,
crap together.
And
You
there's
know-
only 6 people watching, most of which are us.
Yes.
But that's okay.
But it'll
Because
go.
they're about to enjoy.
They can watch.
I haven't actually seen this
The
segment.
video will be up at,
Through
at
yet.
10 anyways.
So, yeah. So hopefully
Don't make that noise.
it'll be
Dan.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Not
It
during the video.
features some of your favorite hosts of. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically, this video is kind of a way to look into how we make money for our streams.
It's hard.
So it's quite difficult sometimes.
I'm Methodist and I don't believe in money, so I didn't appear on this skit. So
Yeah, it's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but
Darn Methodist.
all right. So
Roll
this
film.
is how I make money for our streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only $6, sir. Yeah, so I own Michael's food truck. The name Michael just kind of stood out to me as an important name to name this food truck that we try and sell good food to all of our customers.
That was disgusting.
We sell a smorgasbord of different things. We sell snacks to people, sell sometimes healthy food, sometimes not so healthy food. Whatever suits us at the time is kind of what we sell. We have a rotating menu, and it just depends on what I can get to serve for the day.
You think this will work? Just put it in here.
Yeah, that'll work. We go to multiple local sources to get all the food that we serve. Over here. Yeah, so my sales got so big a while ago. I had so many customers that I just figured out that I needed some extra help. So this guy Noah just came up to the food truck. Hey, do you need a job?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I just figured it would be incredibly helpful to have a second person manning this.
Trying to, where do we usually get this plugged in?
My favorite dish to make is our cinnamon rolls. I named them the world famous cinnamon rolls. All right, so first we get our pre-packaged cinnamon roll dough. Then we take it and we put it in our toaster oven here for the cooking. So Noah, just go ahead and put one in and shut it. Go ahead and set it to cook.
I think it's...
Yep, that looks about right. So that's how we start the process for this.
Do you think it's done?
Alright, it's done. Yep, it's ready to serve.
We get reports of them all over campus. If we just chase them off, they're not much of a threat. Guys, get out of here.
That's the spot. Our biggest competition here is the CAF. It's kind of the main food source around campus, but I think we have a better shot.
Yeah, it's kind of our main competition, but we have better options.
I'm gluten free, and Michael's Food Wagon, it just has better options. You know, it's a no-brainer to me. Michael's Food Wagon all the way.
What's up, guys? Oh, hey. What you got?
What are you selling?
Cinnamon rolls. We've got carrots.
Oh. You guys have anything to drink?
We've got Mellow Yellow. And, Coke.
I guess I'll take the Coke. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Is that?
I think, yes, sir.
Yeah.
We need the cup back. You can't just leave with our cup.
Can I like have the Coke still?
Yeah, you can't keep the cup though.
I don't want the Coke.
Do I like need to wash it?
No.
Want it back?
Yeah, we just want it back.
Just drink the Coke.
Okay.
Leave the cup. It's on the van.
I just dropped a flying elbow on the mic.
Hello.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up, everyone?
We lost a viewer.
So that our video must have been pretty bad. I'm sorry. You got to make money somehow.
They can't
for
all be
these
classics,
streams.
guys.
So.
I
think
thought
I
that was a
the
pretty
viewer
good
that you
one.
lost, actually.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, that's not a big deal then.
how are we gonna make a living here?
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun to shoot, actually. Like,
Yeah, I had a great time.
I'm not usually okay at improv. Like, I wouldn't even consider myself okay at improv. So
You do this one thumbs up in there. That's just perfect. I love it.
I didn't even know that you had jumped in the dumpster and grabbed the chair out. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I just knew you had taken a while over there and then brought the food over to me. And then
Yeah, I had to shower after we filmed that.
You did.
Well, first we went to Amigos.
Yeah, that's
Just-
true. But
just to make it better.
yeah, it was a lot of fun to shoot.
Yeah.
So.
It was a good one. It was pretty funny.
Methodists.
Hey, come on now.
Of all the nominations to mock, this is not the first one I thought we would go for.
Yeah,
I was
true.
actually raised Methodist, so I feel like I'm entitled to make jokes about him.
All right, that's fine.
If we could make fun of a Christian denomination, what denomination do we make fun of?
The
Church of
snake
Christ
handling
Acapello.
No. No.
All the snake handling ones.
True.
Michael,
Handlers.
we can't just throw out the good ones
Westboro
immediately.
Baptist.
Well, yeah,
we
Westboro
can't count
Baptist
that. Oh.
Yeah,
we
we're not
can't
gonna
count them as
as
Christian.
a denomination because they're not Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, Brent, if we upset the portion of the fan base that is Westboro Baptist Church.
Dang it, we're down to 4 viewers now.
Ugh.
Oh boy. I was actually talking about Westboro like an hour ago, talking about Dave Grohl, because I once saw a video clip of him riding on a float.
Okay, explain who he is.
If you don't know who Dave Grohl is, leave the stream.
Yeah.
Dave
We
Grohl
have 4
is
people, Daniel.
the lead he's the lead singer. I'm just kidding. Stay. Dave Grohl is the lead singer of the Foo Fighters and was formerly.
There's
we
2
only
now.
have 2. I'm so sorry, everyone.
What is your problem?
Come back.
One of them's me.
We only have 1 watching now.
We have multiple
Oh, no.
laptops on, and it says only 1 is
Oh
watching.
no.
I think YouTube heard us say that. Now they're mad.
Also, I could have gone to the Foo Fighters concert last night, but I missed out because I wanted to get ahead on homework.
My uncle
And
was
I am kicking myself because I did not go.
What could we have done? What could you
That would have been a pretty good concert to see.
My dad went alone,
Oh.
and I'm very upset that I made the decision to not go, and I hate myself.
There will probably be other chances to
More
see them.
than
I'd
one.
imagine
Yeah.
they tour quite a bit, but that seems like it'd just be a really,
Fun.
fun, energized performance.
Yeah.
I saw Manchester Orchestra live earlier this month, and I'm going to see Brand New. And even though no one knows, none of our 5 years know who
Are they
those
brand
bands
new?
are.
Brand new? Like Brand New's new album?
don't
Brand New's
don't,
brand
yes,
new
but
album.
It's not because of Stampede, okay?
Okay.
Stop trying to plug your newspaper.
Stampede coming out next Thursday. Smiley face.
Also,
You
probably
wanna
not going to read
phrase
it.
Yeah.
that?
Ask you questions?
It
Oh,
Well,
right.
she texted me,
Does
told me
not appear
that
that
she
way.
had texted you the questions. Okay.
Oh,
Just
oh
making
well.
sure. So maybe you should
Okay.
answer 'em.
She usually watches this.
Well, she's writing a story about the Thursday show.
The greatest
The
YouTube
And
channel
best.
she can't turn it
campus.
on while she writes it.
Apparently
We
not.
need our viewers.
Yeah. Come on, help us out here.
Maybe she
Take
doesn't
it
know
up with
Dave
her, I don't
Grohl.
know.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
That's how this works in this society.
In this industry, bada bing, bada boom. Gotta pee, gotta poop. But yeah, anyways, Dave Grohl, great dude, rock icon, was the drummer for Nirvana, and then that went the way of the horse and buggy, and then he started a band,
I
Foo
think
Fighters.
that I think the horse and buggy's a little different situation.
Okay, well, as in it's not around anymore. That's what I meant.
Which came first, the horse or the buggy?
Definitely the buggy.
The buggy.
Came first.
I don't know.
It came before human beings. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Your
Animals were
opinion's
made on
invalid.
the second day, right?
Yeah, on the second day?
No, I thought.
No,
Let there be
definitely not
light,
the
let
second
there be
day.
land.
Okay, there was like the fourth or fifth day,
I
wasn't it?
think it was the fifth. I'm
It was
pretty
the
sure.
fifth.
Yeah.
Creatures
And then
of
the
creatures that
sixth was-
crawled.
No,
Guys, no one
maybe-
cares
no,
about this.
Maybe it was the fourth, because then the fifth was dudes,
It was dudes.
right?
No one turns
So
on a
the first
stream
three
to,
are
to hear
like,
people try
places.
to guess the first
So
6 days of
First
creation.
was the heaven and the earth. Second day was the separating the waters. Third was creating the actual like land of the earth. And then the fourth, fifth, and sixth are things occupying the land and the sky and the water and
Yeah,
so,
they actually go like
yeah. So it's like
Okay.
1, 2, and 3 are the kingdoms, and then 4, 5, and 6 are the inhabitants.
wow,
Shout out
people
Dr.
stayed
Jackson.
through the explanation of Genesis chapter 1.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Also, thanks Gloria for tuning in. She is here.
Gloria, hi.
What do you
Hey,
guys
what
want?
up? She said, "What do you guys want?"
We just wanted to make sure you're watching, Gloria.
We're just seeing
We
that you're
didn't-
here.
We
didn't
thought
mean
you were
to-
going to write about this without even watching this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't mean to question your devotion to the Thursday show.
Sorry, we didn't know who was watching.
But yeah, anyways, Dave Grohl was on a float in a gay pride parade, and Westboro Baptist Church was there, and so he sang YMCA at full volume and did the dance in front of them with his middle fingers extended, and someone caught it on Snapchat.
It's pretty
And it
nice.
was pretty entertaining.
They also rickrolled a bunch of people, like all
Did
the
they
Foo
really?
Fighters. Yeah, I don't know if it was the same.
It
same
might have
thing,
been the same thing, yeah.
But they came up and they rickrolled a bunch of people.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
Needless to say, we are big fans of the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, the Foo Fighters are great. If
I
you
don't actually
haven't
know them that
listened to
well.
them,
But they're nice.
Daniel and I are huge fans of them, at least. I said at least.
Yeah.
I didn't know that much of your musical taste.
The Food Fighters.
Besides the
Yes.
the hippie in me.
Yeah.
that's
Looks
true.
at camera. Stares into soul.
Yeah, when I was little, I don't know why, but I do know why. I pictured Foo Fighters as like a band of ninjas, and I figured that they would always dress up like ninjas.
It'd
But
be great if they actually did.
yeah, when I first saw the music video for My Hero, back when VH1 was still a thing, I was incredibly disappointed because they weren't dressed as ninjas.
Aww.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. All right, Noah, conspiracy theory, go.
Yeah, jumping back to conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I've heard a theory going around that the Thursday show, it sucks. Any
That's a
thoughts on that?
conspiracy
Leave.
theory. That's not true.
All right. Well, look,
I'm not
no, you
supposed
can't
to be
just
here.
spread lies like that.
On our show.
Come on, we have 7 viewers right now. Does
It
that
can't
sound
be
like
bad,
it sucks to you?
Bad.
Bad dad?
We're not bad
You're
dad.
talking like me.
Dang it.
With my Northeast Tennessee ways of talking.
What's that? You don't have an accent.
I know, it's because my parents are from the North.
North is
Yeah,
where it's
that's what happened with me too.
Yeah, we lost our opportunity to get the sexy accent.
Yeah.
No, you guys did have the Tennessee accent. That's not that sexy.
I think that all
All
Southern
right then.
accents are perfectly wonderful.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Georgia,
Ah,
not Alabama. Alabama sounds like a bunch of uneducated monstrosities. But I believe that
if you're from
everyone...
Alabama and listening, don't think that this is the views of all of us.
Don't take it personally, Alabama. You're just the Russia of America. But, yeah, I don't know. Whenever I try to lay on my accent too thick, I start sounding like old buddy from House of Cards.
House of Cards. Which kind of stresses me out.
He's my inspiration for my heavy accent.
I really feel like he shouldn't be anyone's inspiration, but
Now
Like this
I'm
angle.
sure we can come to a deal.
Alright, I really don't like this. This
I
over
haven't seen
exaggeration
House
is
of Cards.
gross.
yeah,
It's an interesting
So,
show.
I'm
It'll
not
make
gonna
you
watch
hate
it.
every single character on it, but
literally.
That's how I feel about the Thursday show.
Hates every single character.
Do you guys think that I have an accent?
No.
your accent is a lack of an accent.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's this weird Indiana thing.
Midwestern.
Lots of corn involved in your accent.
Yeah. And it's the don't ya.
9 watching
Don't
now?
ya?
Play the video
I
again.
do say
Wow.
you know and don't ya and you betcha. I do say that.
Yeah.
You say y'all a lot.
I
People
do
are-
say y'all.
People are like, that's such a southern word. And I've heard more
What was that?
people say y'all.
Wait.
More people who aren't
Less of
southern
that,
have said
please.
y'all, in my experience,
Yeah.
than I have heard southern people say y'all.
That's true.
Maybe it's a conscious thing, and then like all of a sudden it becomes unconscious.
Yeah.
You just made
Because-
fun of us
because
one
when
too many
I-
times.
Yeah, when I first got here, I made fun of you guys.
Also,
and
they
now-
say you guys.
Yeah, now Daniel says you guys.
You
I
guys.
really don't like when people say Ewans.
Yuns?
No, Ewans
Yuns?
stresses me
It's
out.
gross.
Well,
Never heard anyone
Northwest
say it.
or Midwesterners, excuse me, also say roof instead of roof, and that
On the
stresses me out to no end.
The roof is on fire.
We also say crick. I don't.
Crick
You
as
say,
in
like, do you
like
guys
a
say
crick in your
Wednesday?
neck, or
Like
No.
Wednesday or Thursday?
It's Wednesday.
The
and
Thursday,
Thursday.
the
There are
Thirsty
people.
show.
welcome to the Thirsty Show.
There are people
I don't know if
who
we can do that. I
will,
feel like
who will
it's
say the Thursday show.
No one knows where
or like,
we are, Michael.
Like Wednesday, Thursday,
it's just on my shirt, and
Friday,
we constantly mention
Saturday.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's the Thirsty Show.
My principal, my middle school principal said D, like Wednesday.
That's weird.
I don't know.
Why?
Or like
why
wash,
in the world would
like-
anyone think it's that?
or like we need to wash the dishes.
Welcome to Wednesday. Can I
Wash.
take your order?
Do people say
Order.
that?
I've heard
Wash?
people say worse around here.
Yeah, that's
It stresses
true.
me
Wash
out.
is a thing in Tennessee.
I don't understand it though, because there's no R in the word.
There isn't, but you know.
I mean, there's worse things you could say.
That
That
time,
was-
that's the
I think
actual
that was
pronunciation
it.
of
That
the
was
word.
the worst thing that you could say.
I thought it was quality. Noah, your input.
My thoughts on what Daniel just said. Well, we've all like Daniel's a well-known person around here. He's kind of a hot commodity if you ignore the meaning of both those words. The thing is, just don't ever say that. Just please.
I just came here to have a good time, and I feel so attacked right now.
You're fired.
You're fired.
Wow.
Get off the Thirsty Show.
Yeah, fuck the Thursday.
Speaking of the Thirsty Show, I am actually kind of like if we could.
So
if you
your
guys wanna
options
get, like,
are
cookout
water.
milkshakes or something after this. I
You
have
need
to do my
possibly-
project after this for
Oh yeah,
motion
'cause
graphics.
you have to spend
that's
all
true.
day Saturday working.
Yeah.
Also, I think
Daniel and
I
I are
would
in a
probably
wedding.
protest that. I would not show up
Oh.
until the wedding.
That's okay. We'll
Daniel
we'll
and
do
I
free
are
labor.
finally getting married. Or at least that's what he
Dun, dun,
wanted
dun,
the
dun.
guys at Men's Warehouse to think.
Yeah, Noah wouldn't go along with
Well,
my
they already
ruse.
knew that it was someone else's wedding.
We
Still
could have
would've been
said
funny.
we're undercover.
This guy working
You're-
there looks just like one of the Property Brothers.
That's true.
Like,
But without the
Just there.
incredible charisma and impeccable eyebrows.
and evil.
Noah's not a fan of the Property Brothers, and it's really funny.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing to tweet angrily at them on Twitter.
Yeah, if you
Don't know
check
why I
out
say
his
on
Twitter, he does tweet.
Yeah.
angrily at them
Why
quite
do
a
you
bit.
tweet
I'm
at
supposed to be working on one this week that's anti-Property Brothers, but haven't thought of it yet. I'm thinking something to the tune of, I hate them.
I hate them. That's it.
I strongly implied that they were the Antichrists once in a tweet.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Josh.
What's up?
Yeah. Could the Antichrist do that? Could he split into two brothers?
I believe the
It's
Bible
just
two
mentions
brothers.
multiple
It's just
Antichrists.
two
Our,
brothers.
our modern understanding of the Antichrist really isn't biblical.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, you're right.
I think it has a lot to do with the Left Behind series.
yeah.
That's
Thanks,
true.
Left Behind.
That series is
The
literally
movie series with Nicolas Cage, right?
This angle's pretty good.
No, I
That's
don't
true.
think so, right?
Oh, that no, you mean not the movie series with
This
Nicolas
this
Cage?
one's really avant-garde, Brent.
it's a Dutch tilt. It's like Battlefield Earth.
Yeah,
Now you know how my parents
that's how I
felt.
feel about the stock market. Less of that.
All right. Speaking of Battlefield Earth, what's the worst movie you've seen recently?
Recently or
Well,
okay,
I'll say recently as in like 5 years.
I would say Wish Upon. I strongly stand that Wish Upon is one of the worst movies I have seen recently.
What's Wish
Michael.
Upon?
It was that
You silly,
weird,
silly
like
child.
semi-horror movie that they tried to put out in the theaters recently, and it was like I went and saw it with a couple of friends. They were like, "Yeah, it's supposed to be scary and all this other stuff." I talked to the people most of the way through, and it wasn't scary to any of us, and it was a predictable movie, and I hated the characters. Like, they weren't very well developed. I mean, it was a bad movie.
It's just a bad movie.
It was just a bad, like, some movies are so bad that they're good. Like, they're funny to watch and just, like, make fun of the whole time. It was bad.
It was just so bad it was bad.
Yeah.
Daniel and I, we watched some pretty bad movies last semester in one of our film classes.
That's true. We watched a lot of 1950s movies were incredibly rapey.
Yeah.
Like Raisin in the Sun.
Yeah, very rapey.
But I'd have to say
Wait,
my
like the
vote
classic
for
book? Raisin in the Sun?
No, it was excuse me, it was
Sorry,
Duel in the Sun. Duel
not
in the
Raisin
Sun,
in the
not
Sun.
Raisin in the Sun.
I was like-
Raisin in the Sun is an excellent
also,
movie.
what was the motorcycle one? It was called The Wild Angels.
Oh,
But it was about the Hells Angels.
It was about Hell's Angels, yeah, and it was also really rapey.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
incredibly uncomfortable. And it was
Yeah.
a terrible movie about terrible people, and that's a bad formula for a movie.
And this one guy throws a brick like
Yeah,
90 meters. Like,
for us, the protagonist was at the very end. A little kid throws a brick at the main character and just pegs him. And
Yeah.
that was my hero for that movie.
Yeah.
And Kennedy Fan Club, I was about to get to that. You guys are right. Lucy is, without a doubt, the worst film I have seen in the last 5 years.
What is this film? Because I don't know if I remember what it's about.
It
or
is
heard.
a film by Luc Besson, the guy who did Nikita, which is an excellent movie, and I
Yeah.
love Nikita.
Oh my gosh, Rebecca.
And
hi.
he
I love you.
turbo pooped the bed with Lucy, a movie that buys into the whole you only use 10% of your brain conspiracy
Oh,
theory.
yeah. I think I remember
It's got
seeing
Scarlett
that.
Johansson in it, yeah. And the whole movie, like the first probably 20 minutes, I think, it's like, okay, this looks like it's setting up to be a really cool action thriller where the main character uses like super smarts to outwit everyone. but
To outsmart everybody.
to do great stuff. And then she starts getting telekinesis, and literally before you're even like a third of the way through the movie, you realize, okay, well, this character is invincible, and she's just a terrible person now. Like, she's so smart that morals don't matter. And it's
What?
she just, like, whenever someone attacks her, oh, collateral damage, too bad. And then literally the whole rest of the movie is just dumb. Like, there's no stakes for the main character because, like, she can't die. She literally, like, she gets shot and, like, her body's just like turns into jello, and it goes through her like something out of Power Rangers. And she, like, some scientist played by Morgan Freeman, who looked like he did not want to be there, is trying to figure
Morgan
out.
Freeman couldn't save this movie.
Morgan Freeman could
He didn't
want to
be there. He was in those dolphin movies.
Well, yeah, and
he was pretty comfortable.
He
with
owned
whatever.
it in the dolphin movies, but in this film, it was like he showed up at Thanksgiving to find Grandmama had forgotten he broke up with his girlfriend and invited her. Like, that's what it looked like. And it was like every time he looked at the camera, it's like his eyes were saying sorry. And so, Morgan Freeman, if you're watching this,
We love you.
We love you. We feel you. Same.
We don't
But-
literally feel you, but we feel you.
Yeah.
Nikita's pretty good.
And Nikita was a
Always watch
brilliant
that
film,
instead.
and I was like, when I watched Nikita after I watched Lucy, and when I found out that it was the same guy, I was like, what happened between the 90s and 2015 when we watched Lucy? So yeah, that's my vote. And at the end, she turns into a USB drive, and like gives
So,
Morgan
like,
Freeman
highest form of
AI type
intelligence.
stuff.
Yeah.
Elon Musk was
Is-
right.
Elon Musk was right. She literally, okay, at the end of the movie,
USB drive.
spoiler alert, Lucy travels back in time and meets like the first ever human, and it's like a monkey thingy.
Oh.
Like a Neanderthal?
Yeah, it's like a caveman, like the missing link or whatever. She travels back in time for some unfreaking known reason,
Because she felt like it.
and
Just
meets the progenitor of mankind, and then comes back and is like, I'm gonna be a jump drive now. And so she turns into a USB, and it's dumb. All right,
And
Oh,
that's
somebody
man.
else. Okay, sorry, I went on
Oh,
a hardcore
man.
rant there.
It's okay. We both went on
Yeah,
okay rants.
yeah.
You were a lot harder.
I go hard in the paint when Lucy is brought up, because Lucy is literally the worst, like absolute worst movie I've seen. And somebody put so much time and money into it, and it was an absolute floater that stank up the whole restroom.
It's unfortunate how good of a cast they had too.
Yeah. I mean, they had Scarlett Johansson, who is a really good actress, but unfortunately, because she is attractive, is always put into roles where she's meant to be just eye candy. And that's basically what this movie was too. And then Morgan Freeman is in it, and he's
Also
ear
just eye
candy.
candy.
Yeah, also just eye candy.
He's ear candy
He's
too.
ear candy.
He's a bit of both.
Mostly ear.
He's a good looking dude too. But and then there was like, I mean, there was a couple other like big name guys in it too. There was a guy who played like, I believe, Italian police officer or something, and he was, I mean, he's a pretty well known actor. So it's not like this is some crappy B movie. Like, this was a high level, professionally done turd pyramid.
It was a shiny turd.
It was a very, very well polished and bejeweled turd of a film. Someone else go before I like blow a gasket.
I don't really have much of an opinion on movies. I have movies that I really like, but movies that I don't really like. I don't like specific genres. I don't like movies that like where people die for no reason.
Like
I don't-
90% of American movies.
I know. Like I hate stupid like people just getting punched and killed and whatever for no apparent reason.
So
because
no superhero movies for Kennedy.
No, really. Well, I mean, superhero movies are one thing because, like, then there's, like, good prevails and blibbity blibbity blah. But in, like, some movies, like horror movies.
Or Fargo.
Or Fargo, actually.
I thought
Or
that's where
Fargo.
you were taking
I
Or
this.
mean, I know
first 5
Fargo
minutes
is
of
a good
Finding
movie.
Nemo.
Like, it's a well-done movie. But for me, watching Fargo and, like, movies like that where people just pointlessly die, it makes me so mad.
But Fargo is
Well, it's
so
not pointless,
good.
I know,
Kennedy.
it's a good movie.
It costs
It's-
a lot of money to keep those actors,
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
every once in a while, like they're running low on budget, and another
Might
wants
as well
to
just
go.
kill them off.
Yeah.
Actually, there's just like a running joke with the Coen brothers killing off Steve Buscemi. So
Yeah.
he
Well,
knows.
so he had
Find
to
the
die.
craziest
at,
way.
At this point, he knows what he's signing up
Yeah.
when they ask him to be in their film.
But like horror movies, especially, like where people just die for like,
You would have hated Wish Upon.
I probably
Absolutely. I mean, like
I
most.
hate
I'm sure
those
most
movies.
people hated this movie,
Yeah.
but like you would have hated that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there was one time last year, I think, where I think it may have been someone in Daniel's suite, but they were watching like this Chainsaw Massacre one where like you could hear a chainsaw going off in the background and like people screaming, and I got like physically mad. I was like, I cannot listen to this. I refuse to listen to
That
this.
definitely was not
I
me
literally-
hanging out awkwardly
I
in your suite
literally-
listening
yeah.
to these.
Yeah. I mean, I just if you really want to watch something scary, watch documentaries. Cause that's scary. That crap's scary.
See, but
Yeah.
I'd rather deal with like this fictional scary rather than
Real life.
scary.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the thing is too is that like I have to watch documentaries. Like for my classes I watch
Yeah.
documentaries. And so like watching that, like by that time, by the time Halloween rolls around and all these scary movies are happening, I'm already done with death. Like I'm a journalist and a political science major. I just want to watch something happy. Put on a nice rom-com.
Yeah.
La La Land. Something like
I don't
that.
know. Some rom-coms can be pretty brutal. Like
Rom-coms are not good.
like
Michael, you can say that about any genre. There are good and
That's-
bad
that's
movies
fair.
in any.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
that's true. Get them. Film studies major.
Yeah.
That
Actually,
was
we don't watch
really,
a lot of-
really awkward.
We don't watch
I
a
was
lot
glad
of
that was
rom-coms
on.
It
in
was-
our-
And it was on us.
Oh, my fan club says "Say Yes to the Dress," but that's a TV show, and it's freaking.
I don't think a lot of
great,
people die in
guys.
that.
So.
2014
enough
was also
deaths.
a pretty good birthday. Even though I saw Lucy, it was.
But you didn't know me, so.
Yeah, that's true. The following birthday was great because, yeah,
That was the first time.
that's the first time Kennedy saw a firearm in the wild and she freaked out.
First off, in the wild, you mean like in a house, or like out and about.
Welcome to the South.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen crossbows out and about. I've like held a crossbow
Crossbows are
one
one
time.
thing.
But like Conley's dad literally had a huge rifle out, and I was like,
It's actually a double-barreled shotgun.
okay, I don't know what it is, but I was stressing out.
It was a pretty average-sized 16-gauge double-barreled shotgun.
It was just average, everybody.
It's not my fault. I don't.
Man.
I don't know a whole lot.
Noah,
about-
worst movie.
I'll stick with what I said earlier. Raisin in the Sun.
Not Raisin in the Sun.
Duel in the Sun.
Oh
Duel in
yeah,
the Sun.
Duel in the Sun. Why was it named Duel in the Sun? It's like it's really hard to like separate those two titles.
That's true, and they're
Yeah.
totally different.
It was just a little too rapey and Stockholm syndrome for me.
What's your least favorite more modern movie?
When was Duel in the Sun?
It's from like the 40s.
This sounds like.
Oh, it was
Kenny
also
City
really
movie.
racist.
Oh, that's true too. I forgot about that. Yeah. There was one black character and she was portrayed as like a bumbling fool in this film.
That's always good.
And the actor that played the main antagonist, who is also arguably the worst character in the history of mankind, like
Yes.
just a downright horrible person,
Cinema's greatest monster.
was the actor who played the lawyer from To Kill a Mockingbird. What was his name?
I don't know his name.
Finch.
Atticus Finch. Yeah, it's the actor who played Atticus Finch.
Yeah, that's good range.
So
That's crazy.
Hopefully, he took that role after Duel in the Sun
Yeah.
to redeem himself.
Yeah. Man.
Duel in the Sun. I said that right, not
Yeah, you
Raisin.
did.
Okay, good.
What happens in Raisin in the Sun?
That's the one about
It's the play about the black family in New York.
yeah, they're trying to move into a white neighborhood.
I assume they handled the ideas are centered around race significantly better than Raisin in the Sun.
You mean
Which-
Duel in the Sun?
Oh, dang it.
You're so close every
Duel in the
single
Sun.
time.
Ugh. Anyways, Duel in the Sun's pretty good. You should watch it.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't. It's bad.
It's a bad one. All right.
My computer's pretty much. It's pretty well charged now. So Michael, you can have the seat back now.
You sure? You don't? I'm fine over here if you want to stay over there in that one.
Well, that was just what I was told. I was just here because I was charging.
Oh, okay. Well, I really don't care. It doesn't bother me to stay here.
That works.
Can anyone actually rap?
I can.
I need to go.
beatbox.
So if you guys,
I think Kennedy should have to rap.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Hey, don't talk about
Yep.
boobs like that.
What?
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 What? Humongous what?
What?
Is that sexual harassment?
We just lost 90 viewers.
We're at negative 84 viewers. We did just lose 3 in like the span of 2 seconds.
They hated the food truck. They worked so hard on that video.
Oh, hey, funny story about negative numbers. Okay, so sorry, this is another political science thing. Can I?
Right, if it's
can I-
politics, then
Okay,
no.
wait, time out. Listen, just listen. Okay, so Freedom House there's this thing called Freedom House, and it has like the level of democracy or like freedom in a country or whatever, and so they like rate by numbers, like the most free to the least free or whatever. And
So what's the
so,
most
like,
free?
The most free is like Finland and Norway.
What's the
You know,
number
typical stuff
score?
like that. And then there's like like
Typical.
80 to like 100 range is like a consolidated democracy where like everybody's free, great job, good things going on or whatever. And then like 70s to like 60s or whatever is like okay, like, or actually 70s 60s like okay, you're doing fine, you're a democracy, all right, fine, whatever. And then then there's like partly free, and then there's just not free. Guess what Syria is?
100% not free.
Negative.
-3, not free.
How do you get
How
negative?
do you get negative?
There are no negative
I don't
percents.
know.
Wait, negative not free would just mean free though.
No.
Is that worded right?
No, it's negative.
They have negative freedom.
They have they have negative freedom.
They have so little
I
freedom,
think
it's
that's the word.
negative.
Yes, you have so little
gonna
freedom.
sue
it's
How do you have
negative.
negative percents?
Well,
Like,
you should check
I
it
mean,
out.
I
because
understand
Well,
this isn't
mathematically
necessarily.
that makes sense.
I think it has something to do with like rule of law and like people like.
So basically, if
Something about the
you
judicial
if like you have no government, or if your government's like on the brink of collapse, it's going to be negative.
No. Literally, Syria is the only one that's negative.
Oh.
Actually, I don't know if that's true. Yeah, North Korea is 0. But Syria
How-
is -3.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Kim Jong Un's like, yes.
We have more freedom than Syria.
People in
Yes!
North Korea go around trying to like campaign for the rights of the people in Syria.
At least we're not Syria.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
let me
that can
check.
be.
Let me
that
check
can
and make sure my
always
facts
be
are
the thing
straight.
to say. At least we're
how
not
they-
Syria.
That's how they drum up tourism
Yeah,
in
I
North
just
Korea.
feel like that's a really sad thing to say.
Gloria's right. I am supposed to be the math major. Thanks a lot for stealing my whole thing there, Kennedy.
Oh.
With the numbers and the percents.
Sorry.
Bada bing,
So
I
bada
also
boom.
kind of want to get a bumper sticker that says, "At least we're not Syria."
No, that's that's so terrible. Oh.
Michael, you already have a giant sign on your car that says, "Keep the Coke, leave the cup."
You're right, I do.
It's on the van.
It is on the van. My car's not a van,
Dang
just
it.
in case people
Ah.
were confused. It kind of looks like
Hashtag
one.
humble drive.
Are you
that's a
bringing that back?
throwback. No one will get that.
There you go.
But we only have 6 viewers, so it doesn't hurt.
Oh, hi
I'm not costing
viewers.
us. Unlike that Dave Grohl comment.
Oh, come on. We got 9 viewers after that. we got up to 9,
I
and
don't think it was
then
because of that.
Also, can we stop bringing in the Foo Fighters? Because I'm really sad that I didn't go to that concert.
I'm sorry.
all right, we'll
Michael.
refer to him as post Nirvana now.
Okay.
Post Nirvana.
Post Nirvana's actually a pretty good band
Actually,
name. Mostly because Nirvana's a good band name.
So this is okay. I'm gonna bring up the Foo Fighters again. So they did
Hypocrite.
interviews all like with Dave Grohl about like when he started the Foo Fighters and like all that sort of stuff. And apparently, towards the beginning when they started it, like every question an interviewer would ask them is this song about Kurt Cobain?
That's true. I can definitely see that.
Like every single song or every single interview.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan. And their lead singer passed away similarly to Kurt Cobain, and they ended up having to, get a new lead singer and all that, and they released an album, Black Gives Way to Blue, not long after that, and they have one song on there which actually features a collaboration with Elton John. Fun fact. And everyone asked for like that whole album, and then the whole album after that, hey, is this song about your lead singer that passed away? And like they had done one song, but
every single song.
every single song after that was like, is this about Staley? Is this about Staley? Lane Staley being the lead singer that had passed away. I just had to look it up. I'd forgotten his name.
Nice.
But yeah, the guy that is now their lead singer is from Atlanta, I believe.
Paper Boy.
I just thought I would let everyone know
William
that North
Duvall.
Korea scores 3 and not 0.
They have a freedom of 3.
Yeah. Syria is -1.
Wow.
It's still negative, and that's still bad.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
3 is bad. -1. You
89.
probably don't want to know.
It's 89.
Oh, that's not
actually
bad.
pretty good.
Well,
That's
a
respect.
B.
It's a B
B's
plus.
get degrees.
It's a B
USB.
plus.
Aren't we like the most because we're free, right?
I mean,
Canada's 99.
We're behind Canada.
Dadgummit.
Brazil
Time
Brazil
to
is
invade 'em.
79. Let's see who else is near us. What is South
where's
Africa?
Georgia on
76.
there?
Okay, hold
We're
on.
not Syria.
Greenland.
At least we're not
Or
North
Denmark.
Korea.
Denmark is 97.
Well then.
Let's see. What's France? France is 90. So we're less free than France, but we're about the same.
It's okay. We've helped them out more than enough. So
Romania is an 84. Hello, Angel.
Oh, we have a Wild Mitchell on the scene.
he showed up with a large bag of chips.
well, I'm not just.
Germany
you
is
can't just
95.
swatch me out. Swatch.
Poland. We are literally the same as Poland.
Oh, let's go. Poland's lit. I mean, they're a former Soviet Union country, but
Well, let me scroll down and
They're
show
cool.
you the news about pluralism in Poland.
oh, all
That's
right.
Populists
not-
and autocrats, the dual threat to global democracy.
This is already making me
Poland.
sad. So we're gonna stop this discussion.
Yeah,
right
and this
now.
is why I can't watch horror films.
Wow, that was a solid segue. You brought that back around.
All right, so conspiracy theories.
All right, conspiracy theories.
Actually, did Kennedy give a conspiracy theory?
I gave you
the Mandela effect.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mandela.
That's right.
Mandela. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Huh.
they're the same.
Maybe in different universes.
That's true.
Hey Mitchell, I have some peach mango salsa in the fridge if you'd like to try some.
We have actually multiple kinds of salsa in there. Don't step on my tongue. I think there's Barbarito salsa in there too.
Did the stream end?
It's still going. But Noah's supposed to be a math major.
I am supposed to be a math major. Not as much fan connections this time. Jerks.
All right, so Daniel's losing his mic, and we're gonna
do a taste test of some specialty selected mild mango peach salsa.
You go with mild? You go with mild?
On Mitchell? There's a camera.
You've got a camera on me.
And
Noah.
Hey guys. Oh.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, doing that?
Salsa here. I think we got some peach in there, or some mango in there. What kind is it?
It's peach and mango.
All right, let's try it.
Give us your honest review. Don't hold back.
Crunch as loud as you can into the microphone.
That's actually my least favorite. Someone did that last week.
That's hearty. It's very hearty.
Is that it's a good salsa, or it's just a hearty salsa?
I'm just going with like first impressions first.
Okay.
There was an aftertaste there. You can really taste the mango towards the end.
Okay.
It's a sweet salsa, which tend to not be my favorites. I'm more for the spicy, acidic, maybe even a little bitter. But it's not bad. It's not bad. As far as fruit salsas go, I'd give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Overall salsa. If sweet salsa is your thing, then definitely go for it. But there's not really very much. There's not really any spice to it.
Well, that's because he got the mild.
I am a weenie, so that's why I got the non-spicy kind.
Daniel,
That's all he has to
you don't
say.
have to
Also,
feel
I
bad about
obligated
it.
to buy things that have peaches in them, being from Georgia. So
But that's mango.
It's mango and peach.
each
Oh.
mango.
Which is almost similar flavors. So.
I mean, they
Yeah,
are close.
it's
but
kind of almost. Do you think they derive from the same family?
Probably.
I'm convinced that the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil was a mango.
Why?
Because mangoes are freaking awesome. Like, I would have eaten it too.
I mean, why do we assume it's a fruit that we're aware of now?
I'll just obey God for a mango.
That's not good.
People have done it for
Does
far
God
less.
watch these?
Just
Oh, dang it, we just lost a viewer.
No. He left after the Dave Grohl question. I mean, obviously God knows who Dave Grohl is, but he was kind of annoyed that he brought it up.
This also
I
smells
assume.
kind of good, actually.
Based on my biblical understanding.
It might be kind of old, that one. I've had it in there for a while.
Might be a little fermented.
Is it?
I think a little bit.
Okay. There's Barbarita salsa. too.
We've
kinda
actually
gross.
had some food ferment in our fridge before.
Yeah, we had pineapples ferment in our fridge.
They actually weren't half bad. Don't tell Milligan though.
We didn't. We definitely did not taste these fermented pineapples. They were kind of gross.
That one really wasn't worth eating anymore.
This one?
Yeah, you can top that one. I think it's fairly old and I haven't
Crusty.
touched it in a while. I don't think it's crusty.
Why? Why is the camera on me? I'm not even talking.
Yeah, you were talking.
Oh. I'm like,
The camera was never placed there for you. It's trash can though.
You know there's a camera there.
You want to tell me what to do?
Wait, where's the other camera?
right here.
Oh, they're both right there.
This has been Food Corner with Mitchell. Tune in next week and we'll try whatever we happen to have in the fridge.
Everything's on the cob.
Now, Milligan College does not allow cornography, so let's calm down, guys.
Cornography.
I'm sure that's an actual thing, and we probably should not Google it. So don't Google it, people.
Well, I mean, it's already got an unseemly shape to it, so
No. Why?
just naturally it would kind of.
Everything's on the cob.
Unseemly is not really the word I mean to say, but because
But it sure is the word that
because
you say.
apparently God watches these.
Mitchell, would you like to sit next to Noah on the couch?
Would you like me to?
Yeah, that'd be
In that Daniel spot?
Daniel, you can sit there?
I mean,
You can
my
sit there.
mic's there, so.
Well, I put it just back here because Mitchell is.
Oh, I don't want to steal. Here, Mitchell and I will share a mic right here. That was
a
horrible
good
sound.
noise.
I bet everybody loves us.
Sure.
How long are these streams anyway?
I think they usually
Okay.
last about an hour and a half, so I think we're getting close to our end time.
Well, we can go
I
ahead.
think our max.
I thought you guys already did your conversation on the end times.
You're in end time. No, we ended up not doing
Don't
that.
stop the chance of another time.
I've memorized the keyboard shortcuts with my fingers. So I'm just like, Kennedy. Me and Noah.
Center this more.
Everybody with Mitchell.
Although it's facing.
Oh, I need to
me.
turn the volume up on this mic.
Oh, now here's an interesting topic. What's a weird habit that you've picked up that you don't know how or why you got it?
Oh.
I bit my nails for a really long time.
Breathing, I think. There's this crap in the air. It's called CO2. And I just let it in.
It's important. It's important that you breathe in.
I
the
let it
CO2.
out. But I guess I also
breathe
let it
in,
in, but it doesn't like
breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
2000s kids will remember.
Yes.
Let's talk about some hard topics.
Oh, my one of my habits that I've noticed I have
metal
is when I say goodbye to somebody when I'm talking on the phone, which I usually don't like to do. When I say goodbye to them, instead of saying like bye or okay, see you later, I usually say bye. I always add an M. All right, bye. I don't know where I got that. Cool. See you Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
In a similar vein, whenever I'm waving at somebody or like saying bye, and like if I have my hands full, I'll just do this at them, and I don't quite know why I accepted that as like a acceptable alternative to waving. But I've done that in like the last few weeks.
The last few weeks?
Yeah, I just noticed it like today.
That's weird.
'Cause I did it to somebody.
One of my habits that I have that I do know where it came from, but that people still think is kind of weird, is when I say thank you. In Mexico,
thank you.
Growing up in Mexico, you can say like thank you, like when you're in a car and somebody lets you into their lane, you can like roll down the window and then show them the back of your hand. And it's not like it's just thank you. That's all that means. Anytime, or like you're crossing the street and a car stops to let you cross the street. Anytime you can't really say the words, say the word gracias, you can just say thank you. But sometimes it means no thank you. Like if I offer you a chip and you don't want it, you can say, or you can show me the back of your hand and it's like no thank you. But I do that in the States every now and then, and people are always like, what are you doing? I just offered you a chip.
You know, just earlier today, I was driving down the road, and I was in my car coming back from Brad's house, and I'm stopped at the stoplight, and I see this guy in a blue Ford Focus flying up behind me, and I see in my rearview mirror that he is looking down at his phone, and I was like, dude, this guy's about to kill me. So I honked my horn, like trying to get him to make sure he was aware of me, but it kind of made the guy in front of me angry because he didn't know why I was honking at him. And then I rolled my window down and I yelled, I'll put this in the video if I go back and edit this. I rolled down my window and because I had my dash cam on, and I yelled, get off your phone! And like 3 other people had their windows down, and there was no way for them to know who I was talking to. And I heard one person go, hell no! And I was like, that's inconsiderate, man. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I once witnessed an altercation at a Crystal's drive-thru somewhere in Alabama. And long story short, some lady
Please cut
got
whoever's
to the
talking out.
window where she was supposed to pay for her meal, and she changed her order. And she started taking forever, and it took like 10 minutes for her to get her stuff fixed. And finally, some dude like gets out of the car behind us, walks up to her window, and he's like, "Listen, butthole, we want to get our food sometime today." And so she basically got mad and just drove off. But 8-year-old me thought that dude was just the coolest guy ever.
Sorry.
Because he called somebody.
Yeah, 'cause he got out of his car and was like, "Listen, butthole," in the middle of the Crystal drive-thru.
You want salsa?
Its chip bag is bigger than my whole entire body.
Brent, you want salsa?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's good salsa though. Jeez.
I had.
It's good. Good food.
The Latin American Festival was tonight.
How'd that go?
Well, I was only there for the beginning and the end.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
I had play rehearsal in the middle.
Oh yeah.
But we had tamales and tostadas.
Oh.
They were amazing.
I wish I could have been there.
And they were homemade tostadas. So like they took the tortillas and like fried them themselves and
like
made it
flautas.
They were amazing. Did
Yeah.
Rebecca
I
make?
really wish I would have
Did
gone.
Rebecca make? Wait, who?
Fabi makes flautas.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That's really good. She was
Nice.
making something with chocolate today for the Latin American Festival.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think they were like Brazilian candies.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, there's an interesting thing. What is one food that is not common in America that you wish was more common in America? Go.
Bread.
Empanadas. Quesadillas. Ooh. I still have my quesadilla from yesterday.
Chilaquiles.
Explain.
They're really easy to make. I don't know why they're not more popular. I've made them a few times in the United States. You can make it the hard way or the easy way.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Even the hard way isn't that bad. It's just they're essentially tortilla chips, except they're rather than like I don't know exactly how they make this kind, but the other kind you just cut tortillas up and then fry them. Usually like stale tortillas, because families will have tortillas lying all over the place. Because that's just we use tortillas more than bread. So they fry up those to make the chips, or you can just buy restaurant chips. That's the easy way. And you cook it in salsa, and then put shredded chicken, avocado. I mean, you can put really anything on it, but often you put shredded chicken or another meat. Sometimes avocado, onion, like a powdery cheese. They're fantastic.
That does sound fantastic.
I really like flan.
Flan.
Flan's good.
That's my life.
Oh, welcome home, Daniel.
Aww.
Oh.
Uh,
Is you getting married?
Aren't you married, Noah?
Yeah, well, he didn't touch my ring hand.
He's still got
That's
space.
how that works. It's like the Amish. Instead of wearing a ring, they just grow a beard.
Oh.
Great, Michael. Now we lost all our Amish viewers.
Wait, dang it.
They're all logging off their computers, made out of wood.
Yeah.
And I'm just kidding.
Well, she is. She's from Indiana.
She really is.
Well, one food that I wish was more common in America is legit ramen. Not like
Legitimate.
packaged ramen.
The instant noodle ramen.
Yeah, not instant noodles. I'm terribly sorry. I know that burp is going to smell bad.
Oh, it does, and it does.
But ramen, like actual ramen, is considered like a fairly nice food in Asia. And we just kind of get, you know, the cheap
80 cents.
Instant
crappy
noodle.
80-cent instant
25.
noodles, yeah. And so I wish that was
Demonstrate to the viewers.
more common. Yeah, I wish stuff like this wasn't all that we know about ramen.
Then stop buying it.
I didn't buy this. This is not.
Hey, tell them that one time that you made something funny with ramen.
Oh, funny story. One time when I was living on my own and was a desperate, pitiful excuse for a human being, I made a grilled cheese using 2 blocks of ramen
my
noodles.
gosh.
What I did was I cooked the ramen noodle, pretty much all the way, and then
I assume without water, right?
No, with
I
water.
cooked them in like I
you
boiled
actually
them.
cooked them.
I cooked them, and then
Wait, listen.
not quite all the way, so they were still
Okay.
a little solid. And then I cracked egg and poured it into the cracks.
Could you get
in between there? Like I beat an egg and then poured it in there, and then I fried it on a skillet and turned it into basically a bun. Like I seared the bottom and top of it, and then I just put cheese in between them and finished cooking them.
It's a grilled cheese ramen.
How did you do all that?
It was honestly not worth the effort, but it was really fun to make. So I would suggest doing it again.
Gloria.
How did you just do all that stuff that you just told us, but then you go and burn pasta?
Well,
Did you burn pasta?
In a pot of water.
It's the human
What?
condition, Brent. Inconsistent.
Sometimes you win some,
and oh
you
so
lose
broken. Gloria said she made instant noodles with goldfish crackers because she was broke.
Wouldn't that just be goldfish?
I don't know.
What do you mean instant noodles with goldfish?
Like, did you season it with crushed goldfish or what?
Now we
It's gonna
just
take,
no
like-
one say anything until Gloria
Everyone
makes
just
another
sit
comment.
there silently.
But yeah, Korean barbecue is a good one.
Silence.
Ah.
That was really like
Hey.
inconsiderate of you. Goldfish crackers and instant. That's not that much more specific. Glad we waited.
Hold your silence until she explains herself.
Okay.
What did she say?
So I'm guessing she didn't crush them.
Yeah. Spell it out more.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Brent, that lighting gives you like a Mr. T mullet. Or not mullet, mohawk. The Mr. T mohawk on Brent. I think that was Josh's chair.
What'd she say?
She says, "I'm dying of laughter right now." Gloria, can you just explain it to
Answer
us?
the question.
Don't just rephrase the sentence.
We're dying. We want to know.
Can you show us?
Just like if you could spell out a few quick steps on how to make goldfish instant noodles, Gloria.
Soundtrack is the best part of that movie. Just looking back, the soundtrack is the best part of that movie. Tarzan.
Oh, true. You know, as we're sitting here talking about food, I see Binging with Babish has uploaded a new video. If you don't know who that is,
Wait, no, we got a response,
Okay,
Daniel. So
okay.
why don't you just kind of like put that to the side? You can answer that next week. Listen, Noah, I get instant ramen noodles and heat it. I then add goldfish crackers in the ramen. Okay?
Are the
Thank you,
goldfish
Gloria. I didn't mean
crackers
to be
crushed
mean.
up though? Did you just throw in whole goldfish crackers? Or
He's got a
Daniel, what are
point.
you doing?
you made me be quiet, so I spoke with my
Hey,
image.
that's mine.
What's yours?
That glass.
I have one of those in my room.
That's mine.
As in, like, were you drinking out of this?
No.
Oh.
But
You brought it to share, correct?
no.
Well, I have bad
Oops.
news for you.
Gloria says they were swimming in the ramen.
Okay.
Yes.
That explains it.
Thanks, Gloria. You can go home now. Finish your homework. Take yourself a good night's rest in your dorm. You did us well.
Wait.
You did a swell job.
Yeah. I said it kind of old-fashioned. I don't know why. Doesn't really work well.
But yeah, anyways.
Thanks for the help.
Anyone else have any?
How have we not done cooking segments?
I don't know. They're boring.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah. You're not good, they're kind of boring.
But what if we like tried to make a new food?
A new start.
Like, a new start.
I I'm just saying, ramen noodle sandwiches are the future.
Let's just do a segment on all the different uses of ramen.
That's true.
Good.
Yeah.
That sounds like a skit for next week. So,
I think Daniel will have to take charge of this one because I don't eat ramen, so I don't know how. I don't know how the different ways you can do things with ramen.
Ramen was how I
You're a
survived.
week and 30 seconds to wrap it up.
All right.
All right.
Starting with Kins.
Me? Oh.
Yeah. Your week in
Yep,
30 seconds.
there you go. Your week in 30 seconds.
Go. Wait, don't go yet.
It's got to run the graphic.
Wait a second. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, well, my family was here this past weekend. That was fun. It's really good. Daniel and I finally picked out a venue that we're gonna get married, and it's really pretty, and we're really excited. And so that's kind of been on my mind a lot. And then that's about it. Stampede's coming out next week. My birthday's on Sunday.
That's not your week in 30 seconds.
I know, but no, well, it kind of is my week. Okay, sorry, bye.
Shut up!
Oh my God.
Okay. All right then.
Sorry, but there's a 30-second rule for food and for talking.
Oh, yeah, yes,
Nice. Thanks for sticking with the rules.
No, that means it's your turn now. You're
Oh,
ready.
okay.
30 seconds. Ready, set.
Wait. Go.
All right, my week kind of sucked. Do I have more time?
There's 30-second rule, young man.
Well,
You don't have a
Keep
timer.
going.
have you guys
Yeah,
seen?
there's a
Get
timer.
a timer.
There's a
Oh,
timer.
yeah.
Have you guys seen Inception?
Yep.
The
Good
heck
movie.
is going on in that?
Don't be vulgar.
Crazy things.
It's pretty crazy.
Also,
That's
don't take
me.
that movie in vain.
All right. No, your time's up.
Shut up!
All right.
Daniel, go.
Daniel.
No, wait. He's got to wait for the graphic.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And go.
Well, I started my week off by going and touring a few venues with a very pretty fiance of mine and her family who came in, and they're really awesome. And they took me out to Barbaritos one time at 9:30. No, it was actually at 8:30, but the Barbaritos was about
They
to
closed
close.
at 9.
And all the employees were very mad at us, and they might have spat in our food, but that's okay because Barbaritos is really good. And then I did a project for motion graphics in which I had a dude climb out of some water, and then an explosion happened behind him. But I suck really bad at that class, and I'm probably going to be a D- on that assignment, so that's cool. And then I started Metal Gear Solid 5 again.
That'll be $100. Anyone else? $100. $125. $125. Can I get $125?
You're welcome.
Michael, it's your turn.
Oh.
The camera for you. So you're just gonna do it. All right.
Right, so my week started out like any other week. I went to church on Sunday, and then I went to classes Monday. Tuesday, I got a little upset with Daniel because he was supposed to work a stream, but decided he wasn't going to tell me because he was touring a venue, and didn't tell me until the day of, about 30 minutes before. So we had to scramble and get a crew for that, and then I decided that Wednesday night I was not going to go to a Foo Fighters concert, even though I regret it very much now. And Thursday, I had dinner with my family, and now I'm doing this.
Wow.
You don't have to
that's
say
great.
Thursday. You say today.
You can measure that.
I guess
by
we would have
30
to call
seconds
this
or the
the
fact that
Today
I had time to
Show.
fart twice in that.
Yeah.
That's what's bad.
Today's show, which is Thursday.
On Thursdays.
Sure.
All right. Ready?
I'm terrible at remembering my week.
And you got 30 seconds to do it.
Okay, well, Sunday I went to church as well, and then there was Vespers. I played drums at Vespers. It was pretty great. Monday, I didn't have class at all. That was cool, which I never do on Mondays. Didn't do much. Tuesday went to class. Went to LXI. Wednesday, I don't know. Today I went to class. Went to Latin American Festival, and I went to play rehearsal.
And now you're here.
Where's the substance?
Bye.
Bye.
Brent, go.
Brent's week in 30 seconds. You can come take this mic.
You can take this mic.
You come take this L.
What?
Hey everybody! So this week in 30 seconds for my week, basically this Monday I was really panicking about this stream because I had nothing prepared for it. So Tuesday we still didn't do anything for it, and Wednesday I skipped class to go film a segment for this show, which you probably watched earlier. Maybe if you didn't, go check it out right now. It's live on my YouTube channel. Also, I started a Twitter for this channel. Check it out. Links in description below. I've always wanted to say that. And also, I drove my friend to the airport at 3:30 in the morning today with Noah, and
I should have gone.
You should have gone.
Which friend?
Drew, the other guy.
Oh yeah, Drew won't be here today, guys.
Yeah, just in case you missed him. He's not here. He is competing at nationals for mountain biking with Milligan. So, let's go Buffs.
No, let's just go Drew.
Go Buffs.
Go Drew.
Mostly just Drew, but go Buffs.
Here we go, Buffs.
Hold on, wait, hold on, wait, look. No, not me. No, that's no one. Look. I'm trying to reach.
Most people think that feet are gross, Kennedy, and you should probably get it out of the shot. It doesn't bother me, but some people would think it's gross.
Most of our audience actually has a foot fetish, so.
Oh no! Speak for yourself. We're sorry that Daniel just accused all of you of that.
When your show's just starting and you haven't quite built your audience yet, so you try to like reach out to the first community you can think of.
Get your feet in here. The more feet, the better. More points.
Wiggle your toes.
I got both my feet in here.
Yeah.
All right. On that note,
I think that's a good place to end the stream.
It's time to go.
Bye.
Thank you all very much for tuning in. Tune in this Saturday as we pick up something in between Life is Strange. We'll figure something out.
Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter.
Tweet about what we're playing.
Be sure to subscribe and comment, subscribe.
Find us on Minecraft.
Towards the description.
And then we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.